Sister salad. 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 Sister salad.
Hi, my name is Josh and I'm subscribed to Sister Salad.
Look what I found! So my goal in life is for this video not to take 8 hours to make. Not that I don't love you guys enough to put 8 hours into something that I'm making for you, but 8 hours for a 4-minute video seems like a little extreme. Over the past week, a very interesting phenomenon has occurred. It has to do with my brain. You might remember my brain from my previous video, The Fragmented Mind of a Grad Student. Basically what's been happening in grad school so far is that every week they give me a couple of books like this and they tell me, put these into your brain. I say, okay, I'll try. I cram them in there as best I can, but it's been kind of hard. I read these books and I try to get it all into my brain, but there's just so much going on and language is so complex. There's all these crazy ideas. I go to class and people are talking like they know what's going on, but I feel like what's finally starting to happen is started to kind of expand. I can't really demonstrate that with this. It's a squeeze brain. It doesn't expand. What can I use? Stick tack. If this stick tack is my brain, with all these books being shoved into my brain, it's expanding. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger because of all the things that are inside it. And the bigger it gets, the more it's able to understand these really complicated things that it couldn't understand before. It's a painful process, but it's good, it's necessary. This is what grad school is all about. Well, hopefully that's not what it's all about. Hopefully it's stretching, but not breaking, because breaking brain is not what we want. So that's what's been happening with my brain. It's not this anymore. No more this. Now it's this. So I finished Nietzsche, in case you were wondering. It's pretty hilarious. I think this is the most fun book I've read so far in grad school. I'm not saying I agree with his premises, because he's got some pretty terrible ideas involving anti-Semitism and other sorts of prejudices. I mean, I don't want to quote Nietzsche in every single one of my videos, but he does this thing that philosophers do sometimes that I always think is really hilarious, which is that he creates this character who's the person he's trying to convince of his point, and that person is always kind of stupid and is also unsurprisingly incredibly impressed with the philosopher and spends a lot of his time saying, "Oh wow, you have convinced me. Your intellect burns so brightly. No doubt you were right." So here's the conversation Nietzsche imagines between himself and his opponent, Mr. Foolhardy. Would anyone care to learn something about the way in which ideals are manufactured? Does anyone have the nerve? Well then, go ahead. There's a chink through which you can peek into this murky shop. All right, tell me what's going on in there, audacious fellow. Now I am the one who is listening. I can't see a thing, but I hear all the more. There's a low, cautious whispering in every nook and corner. I have a notion these people are lying. The sounds are sugary and soft. No doubt you are right. They are transmuting weakness into merit. Go on. Also, there's some talk of loving one's enemy, accompanied by much sweat. Amazing. So my best was Saturday, which included brunch with my housemate and a really pretty drive to see some awesome people. My worst is that I have to read this whole entire book by next Wednesday. It's an interesting book, but seriously, I've read this much so far. That's all for now. I love you, sisters. See you next week. And I can see through to the truth.